Welcome back to Dino News. I'm your host, Wild Dinosaur. Tonight's top story, Colin Trevorrow out as Star Wars Episode 9 director. Who's going to replace him? Will it be first-time art house director Todd? Probably not, so shut up about it, Todd.
Stop yelling at me.
Tune in next time when they announce it'll probably be Star Wars Episode 8 director Rian Johnson. In our next story, Apple is in the running to purchase the James Bond movie rights. Let's all hope, if they do, your next iPod purchase comes stock with the new James Bond movie. Well, I feel an emotional shift coming. Let's check on weather.
It's hot. Why am I wearing this sweater?
You know you can just take it off. Let's check in with John for an in-depth analysis on how to waste your life.
Game of Thrones Season 7 just ended, and oh boy was that an eventful season. Now, I'm not going to give away any spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the series yet, but I will, however, talk about the pacing of the season, where we started from and what we've come to expect to where we are now. Now, Season 1 of Game of Thrones ended with a shocking twist that nobody saw coming. Now, the writers kept upping the game in following seasons by adding more twists and turns and upping the production value and scale of the story. But there's one thing that's really apparent, and that's the pacing of how everything takes place. Now, in the beginning, it would have taken a character a couple episodes to get from point A to point B. Where, as I started noticing in Season 6, it started speeding up a bit. So now, in this season, you have a character saying you're gonna do something, and in the next scene, they're in that place doing exactly what they said they were gonna do. Now, HBO already set an end date for Game of Thrones, which means we have to start speeding things up. We have to cut out filler moments, and there's tons of source material they didn't even get to. There's characters and storylines in the book that we haven't gotten at all, and we're probably not going to, which is fine, because Season 8, our final season, will consist of only 6 episodes and rumored around 80-minute runtimes per episode. Now, one of the complaints I've been hearing from people isn't just that it's 7 episodes this season as opposed to the normal 10, but the pacing. You know, people are a little bit jarred by how fast things have started to happen. Now, me personally, I really appreciate that. I like the change in narrative that this show has given us. With all the twists and turns that the show usually does, I think the change in narrative is something unique and new and needed for this season. Now, there was some plot lines that I think felt a little bit redundant, and it was a little predictable this season, but overall, I highly recommend this season. Probably one of my favorite of all of the Game of Thrones seasons so far. So if you haven't been watching, I highly recommend this show. It's on a league of its own, writing-wise and production-wise. Have you been watching Game of Thrones? What did you think about this season? Let me know in the comments below for a spoilery-filled discussion. And don't forget to like and share this video. For Dino News, I'm John Burkhart.
I know the words he's saying is gibberish, but damn if he doesn't have gorgeous eyes. Well, what's new in sports?
This week on Workout Tips with John, we start with the Obama. Next, we're going to try running in place. You're going to want to start off slow, as to not feel the burn too bad yet. Next step is called the Jane Fonda. You're going to need a can attached to your ankle for more resistance. Next, we'll be practicing our Tai Chi Kwan Do. That's it for this week. Come back next week and you'll look like this.
I'll bring you the money when you bring me the goat. Sorry, gotta go. Well, that's our show for this week. Tune in next time when I continue to incoherently ramble at you. Bye!